Welcome to Dante's Disciples. Fire has no sound. Not a crackle like the stories say, but a living roar. A breath that eats world. It fills my chest and crawls into my ears until I can't tell if it's inside or out. The heat moves like a memory, crawling under my skin, whispering that it's too late for anything clean. Too late for the light. I can smell it before I open my eyes. The burnt wood, melting plastic and copper wiring. A sweetness that doesn't belong. A sweetness that meant death. I open my eyes. The room is a graveyard of motion. Shadows shake and fold in on themselves. The air pulses. I think that hell doesn't have to be eternal. It can fit inside four walls if you try hard enough. Isla is the first thing I see when my sight steadies. She stands in the kitchen doorway, arms slicked to the elbow, blood darkening to black as the fire's light flickers across her skin. She isn't crying. Her eyes are too wide for that. Feverish, vacant, darting at every movement like an animal that knows the trap's already sprung. Adam kneels by Jen's body in the center of the room. Flames lick at them both, the air around them warping with heat. He rocks her against his chest, murmuring something soft and broken. I can't hear the words over the roar. Me, I'm on the floor, half sitting, half slumped against the wall. The gun feels wielded to my hand, metal searing my palm. Every muscle in my body has quit. Shock does that. It rewrites the language of the body. It makes you forget what motion is. Then somewhere, deep beneath the fire, there's another sound. A phone rings. That shrill, otherworldly sound slicing through the noise like it's the only thing left that still obeys the laws of this world. The ring comes again, clearer this time, a chime cutting through the static. My eyes go to it, that cracked rectangle of glass glowing faintly through the haze. And then the shadows begin to move. Not flicker, not shift. Move. Rise. The smoke thickens and curls in on itself like something is breathing beneath it. The corners of the room stretch, bend, and bleed together. Faces form, dissolve, and reform. A ripple of black crawls across the floorboards. Adam's head snaps up. He looks at me, then at the thing blooming in the air above them. He clutches Jen tighter, mouth opening to a scream that doesn't sound human. It comes from the ceiling first, a shape, then a color that isn't a color at all, like the darkness between the beats of a heart. Firelight can't touch it. It just exists, drawing the world into itself. And then it reaches. A hand, if you could call it that, slides down from the void. Too long, too many joints, fingers tapering into nothing. It touches Jen's shoulder, and her body lifts from Adam's grasp like she's being pulled by invisible strings. I scream. The gun feels impossibly heavy in my hands, searing hot metal against my palm. I raise, and I fire. The bullets vanish into the smoke, ripples spreading through the darkness like ink dropped into water. The sneak turns. It doesn't have eyes. It doesn't need them. Space bends, and from the center comes a grin, wide, crooked, teeth jagged and glinting like fractured ivory. It laughs. I swear it laughs. It lifts Jen higher, tilts her back and grabs her left arm, and a sound fills the room. Not quite a snap, not quite a tear. The bone comes free like paper ripping under strain. Her body collapses, muscle and sinew shredded, blood streaming into the shadow. The dark coils around her, consuming her piece by piece until she's gone. Nothing remains but wet echoes and ash. I freeze, lungs burning, chest full of smoke, my body locked in disbelief. And again, stillness. I almost run. My mind spins. I could escape. I could leave it all behind. And then I see Adam. The darkness above him tears open further, raining down shards of Jen, remnants of her torn body, slick with blood and sinew. He stands there, holding himself together, unflinching. His eyes meet mine for a fraction of a second, a silent acknowledgement of what he is about to give. Fuck this. I want to turn and run. I want to leave. But then I see her. Isla is in the doorway, brown hair streaked with blood and ash, eyes wide, blank, pale, and fragile. She's frozen, catatonic, staring into the darkness where Jen was taken. I cannot, will not leave her. I move forward. The smoke stings my eyes. Each breath is fire, every step agony, and I reach her. Her small hands dangle at her sides as she looks past me, staring into the darkness of the void. Isla, wake up! Move! I shake her, my voice raw and shattered. She doesn't respond. I scream her name again. Nothing. I slap her once across the face. Her eyes snap to focus, shocked. Move! We have to get out! I grab her arms, dragging her towards the door, ignoring the smoke, the fire, the debris, and then Adam moves. Hands, arms, and body. Everything he is pulled up into the void. He thrashes and kicks, screams silently, a living sacrifice. The darkness consumes him. His rage and resolve are his offering, and he's gone. I cannot mourn the death of my friend. I have to move. I pull Isla through the smoke, coughing, sputtering, choking, each inch forward, a battle against oppressive heat and suffocating haze. Her hands clutch mine, and I steady her as we near the threshold. Twisted and broken on the floor, Sean reaches out, his hand finding my leg. I stumble, slide, crashing against the slick floor. Pain bites my palms and knees. I push him off. I kick once, twice. Teeth shattered, arms flailing. He finally lets go. The darkness greedily accepts him, pulling him into the smoke. I heave, shuffling my butt along the floor, hands pressing, kicking for traction. Every scrape of my palms, every push, every cough, every hiccup of choking smoke, agony. I drag Isla past the threshold. She's still limp, but alive. I fling the door open. I push until she's finally through. I plant my feet, forcing myself upright. My arms burning, my lungs scream. I fling the door open, pushing Isla into the stairwell. She lands, coughing, soot smeared over sweat-slick skin, and her eyes find mine. Then the phone rings. Sharp, piercing, and clean. The sound freezes me. Every muscle locks and I want to move, but my body refuses. Frozen in place, invisible tendrils tug at me, pulling, locking me in the room. Then Sean leaps from the darkness, grabbing at me. His hot breath on my neck, spittle dripping down my skin. I feel the weight of every friend lost, the despair of failing, and I want to give up. I want to die right there. With my friends. And then I see her. Isla. Eyes wide, locked on mine. Pale, scared, but reaching for me. I find strength I didn't know I had. I plant my feet hard and throw an elbow into the side of Sean's skull. He flinches, loosening his grip. I twist, spring upward, both feet connecting with his chest, launching him backwards. The darkness swallows him, ravenous. His hands reach out one last time, face frozen in terror, pain, then resignation, and he's gone. I land roughly to the floor, shuffle, push, and press with feet and hands. Smoke curls around me, thick and choking. I fling the door fully open. Isla grabs my arms and helps pull me out. The blackness plumes behind us, rushing, filling the room, hungry. Then, the door slams. We collapse into the stairwell, coughing and trembling. Isla looks at me. I think I left my coat, she says in a daze. But it's okay. I don't want it anymore. I fall beside her, chest heaving, throat raw. Sirens wail in the distance. The fire churns behind the closed door. Smoke writhes. Darkness twists. We're alive. But we're not safe. We made it out. Somehow. By the time the fire crews broke through, the apartment was a tomb of smoke and ruin. The bodies were unrecognizable. The police called it arson. The news called us madmen. They called us suspects. But they didn't see what we saw. They didn't hear the voices that come through the static, the darkness that moves. They didn't see the sneak. Isla and I went on the run after that night, accused of surviving when no one else did, bound by the same nightmare, hunted by something we couldn't explain. We searched for answers through dark alleys, burned files, and dark corners of the web that should never exist. We found the fragments, whispers, symbols that shouldn't repeat but always did. And somewhere in the dark, between the static and the sleepless nights, we found the rules. Not warnings, truths carved into us by fire and death. Had we known them sooner, maybe my friends would still be alive. Thought. Don't picture it. Don't give it form. Fear. Don't feed it. Image. Break every reflection, every screen. Acknowledgement. Don't speak. Don't look. Don't see. It took us months to find them. In whispers, in hidden threads, in the darkness itself. And now I bring them back for anyone who will listen. I came here to apologize. To my friends. To her. If you've heard this, if you've made it this far, go now. And pray that you haven't already summoned the sneak. Isla and I, we're just getting started. Hey, this is Jay Taylor. I'm the narrator for Dante's Disciple, and this was part 6, the finale of The Sneak. Really tense ending there. I had some fun with those visuals. I wonder if this is really the end, though. I feel like Isla and Jacob have some more stories. Who knows? Maybe if I can get to a couple hundred views on this series and some positive responses, I'll go into more about how Jacob and Isla survive and how they find out the rules of the sneak. Anyways, I really appreciate you listening, and feel free to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps out the channel, and for young guys like me without AI voice narrators, we really appreciate it. In the meantime, I ask you, share my voice with others. Let them know that there is warmth in the cold, light in the darkness,